It is Saturday, November 16th, 2024. And our outside thermometer in the house said it was 40 degrees. We'll see what the Triumphus says when I get riding. Needs a little cleanup, obviously. Chain could use a little bit of oil. Yeah, I guess I got some things to do. Anyway, I'm going to go for a ride. I'm going to go just a little ways down the North Shore Road by Lake Siskiyou. Joline and I walked our dogs there this morning. Very few people out. It was like 27 degrees then, which is a good reason why I did not do a ride any sooner. But it was just kind of neat out there. So again, another short ride, a little bit like the Lake Siskiyou Camp Resort ride I did. I'm just going to kind of show where some of the parking areas are over there. I went out that direction all the time on my KLX 300. I have never taken the Tiger out there yet. I'm on the North Shore Road now. And here comes the pothole dirt. And there's our bridge. And there is the spire. I've been there now. I know where that spire is. So the bike is showing 42 degrees. It's probably about right. I'm not sure the guy in the pickup truck really knows where he's going. I was going to go down there. I'll do it later. I don't feel like following him at 2 miles an hour. There are kind of three parking areas along the North Shore here if you want to do anything at the lake. The furthest one is the smallest, and it's got a road down to it. It's a little bit sketchy. But since I just skipped the first one, I'll be at the second one here pretty soon. I may go ahead and give it a try on the third one. Nice thing about the third one here, the road into it's a little bit tricky, but there's pretty flat area down there, plenty big to get turned around in and come back out. Again, I've ridden the KLX up here a bunch of times. There are, not quite yet, but you go further up this road, and I'm not going to go that far on this, but there are dirt bike trails to the side of this that are quite challenging. I didn't really want to do them on my KLX 300. I checked them out on my e-mountain bike, but even then I kind of walked it through a lot of sections. Okay, here is the second pretty good sized parking area. Again, I'll pull into that on the way back, but I'm going for the third one now, which is going to be the trickiest one to get into. A little steeper. It's got some I don't know, pretty good dips and holes and such you have to navigate through. So later, this is Saturday, so next Tuesday, Wednesday, I think they're predicting possibly over a foot of snow at our house. So, so far the snow has all been higher. It hasn't really gotten to our house yet. We got a little bit of snow one morning, but it was real slushy flakes that melted pretty fast. Now this road up here is kind of the start to that eddies loop I always did on the KLX. This part of it's a good road. And I am no way, no how going far enough to get into that gnarly part that I did all the time on the KLX. On top of which I'm sure it's got snow on it if you go very far. We walked our dogs yesterday. Went up the Castle Lake road a ways. The road was clear, but they plow it. And where we hiked our dogs, we were at an elevation about 4,500 to 4,600 feet, and we were hiking on snow, so. And of course they don't plow out here, so I'm guessing 4,600 feet, there would be snow. Okay, I'm in first gear. This is my road. I'll probably go, no big deal, but I don't think there's any moon dust on it, so should all be good, right? Should be. We'll see. One car down here, see if there are any others. Maybe just one. Actually, this is looking pretty easy. You got to be careful. This little spot that's coming up right here, I'm seeing on a motorcycle, this is trivial. You just go around it, but you can scrape the bottom of your car if you're not careful going through that. Okay, so there's the lake. I'll get better views of it from the other parking lots. Boy, I never take anything for granted on this bike. Heavy, and it's kind of top heavy to boot. But I'm through that, and I'm not too worried about coming out through this. Got to get better at turning this thing around, but I say that, I may not. Just continue kind of worrying myself that I might tip it over every time I do that. Okay, that was the first one. Now go back to this, well, no, that's the furthest one down the road. I'll go back to the middle one here and I'll pull into that. What we did this morning is we parked in the first one that I skipped over because there was a pickup truck going slow down it. We parked there, and then we hiked back past the second one that I'm going to pull into in a minute. And just kept going till we went about a mile, turned around and came back. So we did about 2 miles with the dogs. Pretty normal. It was beautiful. Now the second area that I'm going to park, I don't know if it'll have a good view of it, but it's kind of fun from this side of the lake to look over and see where we walk with our dogs all the time over at the Lake Siskiyou Camp Resort, and there's a bunch of little roads over there that take us down to the lake. And we haven't been over on this side for quite a while. We kind of stay away from this when the tourist season is fired up just because there's too many people. We're out of that now, but we are in a weekend, and because of that, you're still going to get more people here. If I did this on a weekday, it wouldn't be very many people at all. There'd probably be a few, but not many. The way it is right now, well, there's only one car at that first place, but we'll see how many are at the second. Gonna be more than one, I'm sure of that. There's our lake again. Campground's over there, but unless I was to stop and walk through these trees a little bit, it's hard to get a good look at it. Okay, you can park in there to my right, but I'm going to kind of take the main route in. It's just a little easier. And what do I see? At least 3 right here. 4. As usual, some people fishing, some dogs. There's always a few hikers around. I'll stop right here for just a moment. And hey, that boat out there fishing was there this morning at like 8:30. Boy, they're just staying out there all day. The campground, the Lake Siskiyou Camp Resort, the boat ramp for it is just straight ahead. I may have to zoom this in the video to make it really show. And the swimming beach is off to the right there. There's kind of a flat area. It's probably right about in there. And then off to the right, we hike down roads that get to the shore over there in a variety of different places. And the Sacramento River, if I look back far enough, comes in at that far point. We walk there all the time. Okay, it's hard to see, but the Sacramento River comes in at the far end down there. It really doesn't have a whole lot of water in it right now. It's not very impressive. Mount Eddie's up that way, but I don't think I can see it from here. It's hidden by a mountain that's about 300 or 400 feet lower than it, but it makes it hard from this side to see it unless you get up high a little bit, look back towards it. And the lake level is low right now, but that is normal for this time of year. It's a gorgeous lake. It's prettier when it's full. And it's just kind of the cycle. They draw it down in the fall. And then they let the water level go back up through the winter. And at least so far, when we've been here every spring, it's absolutely full going over the spillway. And now we're pretty much at the other parking lot. Not a whole lot of people out here. I mean, this place could really be packed with cars in the summer, but it's popular. I mean, even on a fairly chilly Saturday, I guess we're afternoon now, but people come out here. So much easier to dodge potholes and water puddles and all sorts of things like that on a motorcycle than it is on a car. On the other hand, you generally don't worry about tipping over a car. Looking at the bridge from head on, now coming over to the side of it. And there is Wagon Creek.